Hey everybody, Winged on the AT. Sadly, now without Fox Girl as she spends the summer with her daughters. New York State this week. Almost the width of the state and cross into Connecticut tomorrow. Started with a great breakfast at Greenwood Lake, New York at the Buzz Cafe and then rapidly up onto the high ground. Really pretty white flowers all along the way in this part of New York State, and you'll see a couple pictures of them. They're just gorgeous. But rocky too, and this set of rocks hosted this beautiful waterfall back up on the high ground. And then, more rocks. Sorry, I'm kind of fixated on rocks. We climbed up this, and then we turned around the corner, and there was more, and we climbed up that. So that's just the way it is, and that's part of it. Trail angels are remarkable in this part of the state. There's almost a trail angel competition. Every time we turned around, there was more water and goodies for us, so we really appreciated that. This is the path in the morning, really beautiful, lovely in this low ground. But then we hit the lemon squeezer. This is the outside of it. This is the inside of it. Had to take our packs off and squeeze them up through that rock to get around it. Great fun. There's a trail called the Long Path that crosses the AT, runs from New York City up into the Catskills, and that was that sign. The next morning, beautiful early morning sunshine, more of those beautiful white flowers. Just really a delight. I think you can see it from here, but off in the distance is the skyline of New York City. You can see it from this part of the trail, right off in the mist. And this is Bear Mountain as we're approaching it, kind of daunting and scary. And this is the trail up Bear Mountain, rocky and tough and not too much fun. But these are those cliffs that we saw from a distance looking down, back down the mountain. And curiously, the last half mile is this beautiful paved path. Takes us up to that tower we could see from the distance. And surprisingly, the best deal about the top of Bear Mountain is they got these vending machines, and we all hit them for 2 or 3 bottles of Gatorade and water there as before we headed back down. The trail at the base of Bear Mountain takes you through the Bear Mountain Zoo, past a statue of Walt Whitman, fox cage, bear cage, and down to the lowest point on the AT at 312 feet. Next morning, we crossed the Bear Mountain Bridge and got a view of West Point, frankly, I'd never seen before. That's it way up at the top of where the bend in the river is. It was a lovely trail that morning, not bad, a little steep at the start. And it crossed one of the major highways right at this deli, which was really handy. This fuzzy photo is of a little gazebo that I took shelter during the rain, and a lady drove by and tossed me a fig bar. Life is good. The walls are incredible in this part of the state. These big, thick walls align the trail in many parts of the state. This is a kind of a dike built with rocks that we walked along. A beautiful lake on the other side of the trail. And this is probably the fanciest shelter we'd seen in the whole trail. Yeah, I figured I'd give you a picture of it. It's pretty cool. Ralph's Peak Hiker Shelter. And then once more, back up on the high ground. Curious little trail marker blaze there on some rocks. And I thought you'd enjoy these. The old Irish greeting says, I hope the road comes up to meet you. Well, when the trail comes up to meet you, it tends to trip you. So someone has painted the little spiky rocks with little dabs of white paint in this one particular part of the trail. I thought it was kind of humorous and most appreciated. A lot of trees in this part of the state are called tulip trees. And here's a picture of the tulip leaves. You'll see the resemblance and the great, beautiful flower that comes with them. This is Route 84 as we're crossing it. So we're getting up toward the Connecticut border. Again, more views from in the distance and a more beautiful, beautiful path. This is that nuclear lake that was mentioned in the earlier photo, and you'll see it again here. This is Nuclear Lake. Not sure what the status on it is, but people say they eat the fish out of it, so I guess it's okay. On this boardwalk toward the end, there's a chair for Georgia and a chair for Maine. I'm happy to sit in the one for Maine right now. And then into this garden center where Fox Girl had sent me a care package, a box, with new shoes and new clothes and all sorts of goodies. So I'm taking a day off in the Duchess Motel to take a break and rest and recover. A couple videos to end up with. This one's on the Shenandoah Mountain and the 9/11 Memorial. Pretty brook. much to say about those, just how lovely it is. I want you to listen to this one. I hope you can hear the kids in the distance. It was such a delight to see these kids out there. So that's it. I'm learning to pace myself. I moved too quickly this week, and I've got to slow down a bit. All's well. It's been a good hike, and look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.